analyst. I'm joined now by the Democratic Representative Stacey Plaskett of the United States Virgin Islands. She's a member of the House Ways and Means Committee. She previously served as a House manager for the second impeachment trial of Donald Trump. Representative, good to see you this morning. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's great to be here with you.
I spoke with your colleague Eric Swalwell of California yesterday, and I asked him about the politicization of this. That you know, the response from many Republicans yesterday was there should have been more transparency, which I assume means more redactions. But nobody seems to have any real reason to be on the wrong side of this thing. We are just a polarized country that people cannot see, they cannot read a 38-page affidavit and come to the same conclusions on it. What do you make of this from the political side?
What I make from this on the political side is you're noticing the dissipation of noise from my Republican colleagues because they know that the president is in trouble. The notion that after we had the Presidential Records Act, after Watergate, which meant that all documents belong to the people, belong to the White House, does not belong to the person of the president, and to have 15 boxes first earlier this year and now additional boxes with top secret documents in them clearly show that the president has done some wrongdoing. And so what they are going to do is try and call foul. And what we're going to do is continue through the January 6th committee, hopefully through the Justice Department, continue the investigation, while Democrats are going to hone in on the notion that we are about the people. We are not about politics. The polarization and the intransigence of the Republicans just show that they are about power, while from the legislation that we've been putting forward, we are showing that we are about the people.
You are a former Department of Justice official. There is a discussion underway right now amongst legal experts. I had some of it with Barbara a moment ago about the difference between a technical violation of the rules, by the way, for which, generally speaking, low-level people do get prosecuted, and something else, obstruction of justice, or the fact that for 18 months these documents have been sitting around Mar-a-Lago. Who knows where they've gone? They include human intelligence, human sources, very, very dangerous stuff. What do you make of the idea that a prosecution of the president will further polarize an entirely polarized country, but that at some point someone's got to draw a line about these kinds of dangers?
Sure. I think that what we need to show is that no one is above the law. And I think that Americans get that. Let's remember that there is precedent for criminal prosecution of individuals at the highest level. Let's not forget Spiro Agnew, who was vice president when he was prosecuted and found guilty of crimes. And so there is precedent within the United States. And I think the people who have short memories need to be reminded of this. And with that, we're going to make sure that human intelligence, those individuals who are putting themselves on the line to give this intelligence to our agencies, our national security agencies, are safe. This former president put those people in jeopardy, and I think people will understand that. They gave him ample opportunity to get this information back to the National Archives, back to the places where it was supposed to be. And we can see from the information we have in the affidavit that he clearly did not do that.
So separate and apart from the idea that he may have obstructed and he may have done something, it appears, that he shouldn't have done that was contrary to the law, what about the damage assessment? How do we establish? That's a separate thing, right? We need intelligence agencies to say, here's the potential damage. Here are the potential spies and informants around the world who are in danger. Here are the potential people who are in foreign governments who would share information with America who now will not do so because, or may be, in fact, in fear for their life. How do we establish that? That's obviously not going to play out in the news. We're not going to see that kind of documentation. Who leads that, and how do we figure it out? Because there must be a lot of people who have not slept for the last 24 hours wondering if information about them has leaked.
Sure. Thankfully, at the Justice Department, and particularly after September 11th, we have established courts that can allow examination and can allow assessments of these outside of this public sphere, and then report back to the public in a broader sense about what's happening. We need to ensure that those people are kept safe and therefore information that many of us, and I'm sure you in the media, would love to have transparent, cannot be so for national security purposes. But at the same time, my hope is that American people are going to recognize that, we can do multiple things at a time. We can ensure that the safety of our national security and prosecute a president who, for all purposes, not only breaks the law in terms of the Espionage Act potentially, but also obstructs justice. And the redactions and the need for the redactions show the fear that the Justice Department has that there may be, like with the January 6th committee, like in other investigations, the Mueller investigation, we have a president who will try to intimidate witnesses. And at the same time, those of us who are in the legislature are going to continue to legislate.
Democratic Representative Stacey Plaskett of the United States Virgin Islands, thank you for joining me this morning.